Welcome to Zoe's Zoom meeting tutorials. In this video, I will show you the basic functions of participating in a Zoom meeting. First, let's join the Zoom meeting. If someone you know emailed you a Zoom link and you want to join, click on the link, which is usually in blue letters, right over here, and it has a blue underline. Click that with your mouse, and then press the white button over here, Open Zoom Meetings. This means that the meeting host has to manually let you into the meeting. The host can decide whether to let you in or not based on whether they know you. It's just a very common safety feature for a lot of Zoom meetings. This message should now pop up, asking whether you want to join with computer audio or test your speaker and microphone. And on the bottom part of that white banner, it says automatically join audio by computer when joining a meeting. Click on the box next to that sentence and it will become blue with a white check mark inside. That means it's selected. And then once you press that, press join with computer audio, the big blue button. You now made it into the Zoom meeting, and now I'm going to show you a few tricks that you need to know. On the bottom left corner, right down here, is the microphone button. This allows you to turn on and off your microphone, therefore allowing people to hear you or not hear you. If you see that it says unmute with a big red line through it, that means that people can't hear you. So in order to allow people to hear you, you have to press the unmute button with your mouse, and you'll see that there's no red line anymore, and the word unmute will change to mute. I'm going to keep the microphone off for this video because otherwise it would be hard to hear me over the feedback noise. And on the right of the microphone button is the camera button or the video button. And it says start video with a big red line through the camera. That shows that your camera is off. And to turn it on, you would click that start video and then it would say stop video and the red line would disappear, which shows that the video is now on and you have to click it again in order to turn it off. So if someone says, "Hey, I can't see you, is your video on?" you have to press start video and then they'll be able to see you. And if somebody says, "Hey, you're on mute, I can't hear you," then you have to click the microphone button, which is right next to the video button over here, and then people will be able to hear you. Another important feature of a Zoom meeting is the chat feature. So that is in the bottom middle of your screen, and click on that with your mouse and you can see the chat. So now you can see that this message is addressed to everyone because over here it says to everyone and it has a little downward arrow. Now click on type message here with your mouse and type a message. I'm going to say hello, exclamation point. And to send that message to everyone, because it's addressed to everyone, press the enter key on your keyboard. And you'll see on the right of your message, it'll say the time. That's called the timestamp, and it tells you what time your message was sent. And everybody can see that message. But in some special Zoom meetings, they have a private chat feature, which means that you can type a message to one single person in the group and not the whole group at a time. So if you want one person to see your message but not everybody else, you will type a private message by going to the word everyone and clicking on it with your mouse. So I'm not in a meeting right now that allows private chat features, so I only have everyone and the host options to chat. And if you click host, then only the person who organized the meeting and is hosting the meeting can read your message, not all the other participants. By the way, you're a participant if you don't start the meeting yourself. On some Zoom meetings, they have a feature with private chats, and all of these other participant names will be listed down below on a drop-down menu. And once you click on one of those people's names, the everyone will become their name. So for example, I'm going to click on host, and you'll see, hey, that says direct message in red letters. That shows that it is a direct message going only to the host. So if you say, hi, and press the enter key on your keyboard, see, it's a direct message. And if you're on a big Zoom meeting with a lot of people, it's sometimes very handy just to be able to message one person at a time and not have everybody see it. And to get back to messaging to everyone in the group, press host again, and then you can see that there's a check mark next to it. That shows that it's selected. Now press everyone, and you're back to messaging everyone. And to get out of the chat window, press the X in the top right corner up here with your mouse. Now it will close it. And another thing that's really important to know is you might be watching this and say, hey, where did all the icons go? Her mouse didn't move and all the icons disappeared. That is totally normal. That happens all the time. A way to fix that is to move your mouse on your computer screen and you'll see all those icons pop up again. So if you're ever in a Zoom meeting and you want to type a message in the chat, but you're like, oh no, the icon's gone. All you need to do is move your mouse and the chat icon will be back. All of the other icons will be back too. I call it resting mode when Zoom's icons disappear. So, last but not least, this is a very important thing to know when you're on a Zoom meeting, is how to switch between gallery view and speaker view. So, if you move your mouse, all the icons will pop up again, and on the top right corner, right below the line, the box, and the X, you'll see a couple dots next to the word view. Now click on that with your mouse and you'll see speaker or gallery or full screen. Full screen just means that instead of having this pop out, you click on it and the entire screen of your computer is now that Zoom meeting. And to get out of that, what you do is you go back to that upper right hand corner and press exit full screen with your mouse. And there you go, you're right back out again. So back to gallery view and speaker view. Go back to view over here, click on that with your mouse, and if you want to highlight the speaker and only the speaker, you don't want to see anybody else that clearly, press speaker. This is very good if somebody's making a presentation or giving a speech. That way they're the main focus of the show. And if there are a lot of participants in the meeting, you'll be able to see a bunch of squares of all the participants and maybe even a small blue circle with a white arrow inside, right where my mouse is pointing. In this meeting, there are only 2 participants, me and the host. But if you are joining a larger Zoom meeting with a lot of people in it, there will be an arrow and you'll click on that and all the images will shift over and create a new set of images to show you all the other people in the meeting. Now, if you're like, hey, I want to see everybody at once, not just one person in the middle, that's going to be gallery view. So go back to view and then press gallery. And then you're going to see everybody in equally sized boxes. There you have it. That's all you need to know for basic Zoom meeting. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to scroll underneath this video and write a comment in the comment section, and I will help you out. Now, to get out of this Zoom meeting, move your mouse and you'll see a big red button at the bottom right corner that says leave. Click that with your mouse and then press leave meeting. And there you go, you're out of the Zoom meeting. Congratulations, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day.